Hi everyone. Today I'm going to go through something where everyone who is looking for something, who is looking to be able to either supplement or replace their current income, can adopt and they can learn the skills of a networker. So networking is a profession. It may have had some bad press in recent years, but it's still a great opportunity for people to be able to earn significant amounts of money by using the skills of network marketing. In this presentation, I'm going to show you how that's possible and to give you some tips, snippets on how this can be done. So this is a little bit about me. And obviously we want to know about you as well. But in this instance, while it's a recording, I'll just give you a little bit of background to myself. I'm a mum, I'm a wife, I'm a nana, and I'm a daughter. So I have a very busy life. My situation not that many years ago was very, very poor. And, I had to look at something else that I could do because my career as a financial advisor in 2012 came to an abrupt end. I was focusing mainly on mortgages at the time and had my own mortgage company and went through quite a significant amount of turmoil due to the financial markets, and also me realizing that perhaps things weren't as good as we thought when it came to financial planning in the traditional way. So in 2012, my husband also had lung cancer, and I wanted to spend more time at home. So I looked at ways that I could do that by learning the skills of becoming a network marketer. And I've been through every challenge that there is. I've been on courses, I have been in different projects, but none of them really gave me the education that I needed to become a good networker. And I set about attaching myself, speaking to people who I felt were successful in the networking industry, and aligned myself and learnt an awful lot from them. And don't get me wrong, along the way, I've made many mistakes as well. And today I feel very qualified to sharing with you my successes and some of my mistakes. Okay, so as a little bit of an introduction, we need to, as a networker, we need to have an open mind, because you will come across lots of people say, oh, don't do that networking thing. But we as people, throughout our lives are networking. We're speaking to people, because that's all networking is. It's having the ability to communicate with people. So we need to embrace connectivity. And we need to understand the importance of building connections, not only in a traditional sense, but also in a digital age as well, because without a shadow of a doubt, things are changing in the space, and digital artificial intelligence are becoming more and more a norm in today's life. So we have now a networking evolution, and we have somewhat gone from traditional face-to-face meetings to virtual platforms. However, I'm here to tell you that these two can work really, really well together. So we don't have to choose one or the other. We can utilize both to help us when it comes to our networking. One of the most important things you'll ever do when you're learning to become a network marketer is building relationships, because number one, people buy from people. It doesn't matter what product or what pill, what potion, what crypto, what traditional product that you are selling. It's all about the building of relationships. And if that person has the trust and you show them trust and empathy by fostering genuine connections, and by showing empathy, they will soon start to trust you. And, you know, only the other week, I used to, like I said, be a mortgage consultant. And only the other week, although I've not done that now for 12 years, I still had a phone call from somebody that I'd done business with back then. And the first person, obviously, that they thought about was myself, to help them and give them some advice, which obviously I couldn't do because I'm not doing it anymore. But the story here is people will come back to you time and time again. So trust and empathy is a big, big thing, and it's building up relationships. It's finding out about what other people want. So talking is crucial. Mutual benefits. You know, look for opportunities that offer value to both parties. So listen to what somebody's got to say to you. They may have something that you can utilize in your journey of becoming a network marketer. And, you know, network marketing, as with any career, excuse me, any job, is not necessarily for everyone. And we have to accept that, and don't take things personally. Don't think, oh my God, they're saying no to me. Please, please don't. Make no your friend and accept it. And they're not saying no to you. They're saying no to the fact that they don't want at this moment in time to become a network marketer. And they may not mean never. It may just be at this moment in time, there's a lot going on in their life that they will, it's just not right for them. And, you know, having financial security, independence, freedom is not for everyone. So not everyone wants what you want. So how do we work with communication? How do we master the art of communication? Well, we need to have effective messaging. Create compelling and clear messages, whether that is online, whether that is face-to-face, or whether that is through a messenger app. And we have to have non-verbal cues as well, so pay attention. Listen. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, and there's a reason for that, because to listen more is better than talking more. And really engage when somebody's talking, listen to what they're saying, and try and understand their perspective on things. And your body language and tone of voice is really important in doing this. And I'll give you an example of this. So if your body language while somebody is talking to you, and or you're talking to them and they're like this, you can clearly see that they're not interested. And likewise, if you're talking to them and you're sat like this, looking like this, obviously you're not listening and you're not having that the skill of utilizing your non-verbal cues. And the tone of your voice. Oh, well, yeah, yeah, I suppose so. You know, that tone of voice, if somebody's portraying that to you, then question them, find out what it is that, you know, why is it that they are not, they're not happy with what you're saying? Is it because they're busy? Is it because they're just not interested? Or is it just that they don't understand what you're saying? So again, communication is really, really, really key. One of the other things with networking is we need to adopt and leverage technology. So as I said before, technology is now part of what we do. And whether that is at live events, whether that is one-to-one, live meetings in a cafe with somebody, with a group of people, whether it's group meetings, whether it's on Zoom, it doesn't matter. We are adopting technology and can adapt it to any situation that we're in. So yes, you do need to adopt social media. It's not essential if you're a person who wants to contact people direct and have live meetings all the time. But social media can be a great way to introduce yourself, to brand yourself, so that people get to know you, who you are as a person. And you can utilize platforms like LinkedIn for professional networking, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and many other things. People are interested in you. Remember, people buy from people. People work and want to work with people that they can relate to. So technology is a really, really important thing. And along the way, you will come across the tools that you need, like Zoom. So even if you are a hardened, I go to live events, I only meet people at live events. Once you have that connection with people, you need to keep in touch with them. So platforms like Zoom can keep you connected. Artificial intelligence, although in the past has had bad press, is now coming to a fore and is very helpful when it comes to business and when it comes to building businesses as well. And we're not all great at delivering content or creating content, and the AI assistant can help us now do that. It can help us build our websites if we choose to have one to give information. And it can create groups where we can build a community, because community and technology come hand in hand and work together. And creating value. And this is the most important thing. And I hope you're listening to this part. As I said before, people buy from people. It does not matter what your product is at the moment that you're connecting with people. Yes, at some point they want to know the product, but initially we're not sharing a product. We're sharing a concept of communication with people, of sharing your knowledge with what you're doing, which can potentially help them. So share your knowledge, share what you know. Be a resource by sharing valuable insights and information, giving something back, offering the support, because it's no use speaking to people, getting them interested, then you share the knowledge, the education on whatever product that you've got for them to decide. They say yes, and then you walk away. No, you offer support. Providing help strengthens professional bonds and personal bonds as well. And building a solid community who are listened to and understood is crucial as well. So we will go through the good times. We will go through the bad times in any business, in anything that you're doing in life. So we have to give the ability for people to have their say as well, in a respectful and calm manner. And empowering others. Empowerment and empowerment of others is the greatest gift that you can give anyone, because it allows them to duplicate what you do. So for people who may be mums who've been at home, bringing up the children, now it's their time to contribute to the household, and they're looking for something they can do from home, but they've not got the confidence. The confidence has been knocked. They think they can't do it. They've been told, no, that's not for you. So your job then is to empower others, to give them the solutions, to give them the possibilities, to allow them to duplicate what you're doing. And personal branding, we keep going back to this personal, we keep going back to people buy off people. So be authentic. Develop an authentic personal brand that reflects your values. So for example, I love giving education, I love sharing with people, do I love fixing cars? No. So I'm not going to be posting or speaking to people usually about fixing cars, because I know nothing about that. So choose the area that you want to specialize in, but yet at the same time, be interested enough and build up um, enough interest so you can ask people. So if somebody is interested in building cars, you can say, that's not something I'm used to, but please explain to me how that is possible. And that is just one example. So you're using your listening skills, you're using the empathy, you're being honest with people that you don't know. Okay, so building your personal brand doesn't mean that you're going to go out and it's going to be everywhere. It is you as a person that you are building, and have that consistent presence. If you're going to be promoting online, then maintain an active and visible online presence time after time. I will hold my hands up. That's something that I have to still work on doing that. And this is where we're learning every minute of the day. We're challenging ourselves. We're putting things out there. And a great tip that I was given only the other day was get yourself a black book and give yourself a 90-day plan. And that 90-day plan, when you write in that, first of all, for the first 90 days, you're going to write what you're going to achieve in that day. 5 things. So number 1, it could be getting up and having a shower. It could be having a coffee. It could be preparing the tea. It could be going to the gym. It could even be spending some time speaking to people online or creating content. But it's things, it may be that you're going visiting a relative. Every time you do it, sit down at the end of the day and tick off what you achieved. And you do that for 90 days, every single day. Because what that is doing, it's imprinting that persistency and that presence all the time. And then after the next 90 days, you can then escalate it to what area of your life you want to do that. And I thought it was a great tip from a very experienced network marketer who is a 7-figure earner. So I'm going to listen to what those people say. And we come back to people, buy from people. The product is secondary. The product does not matter at the point in which you're offering somebody the opportunity to become a network marketer. And we need to expand our network, expand who we have around us. We'll have diverse connections, networking across different industries and fields, going to networking events, going to the gym, going to the shops, going to the nursery, at the school gates, in the job you're currently in, maybe. At the sports, you might go to football, rugby, cricket, golf. You're creating and you're networking, you're speaking, you're going for your nails done, you're going for your hair done, you're going for your eyelashes done. You're going to the doctors. You're going to the shropperdish, going to the dentist. There's so many connections. Get yourself a book, write down all your connections. And if need be, create your own event. Now, this event does not have to be a massive event. You can create an event in your home with 3 or 4 people. You can use a cafe. They're happy to have you there because you're buying their products. Go to a hotel. Lots of hotels give areas now where 3 or 4 people can get together and chat. So keep creating those networking events. Run Zooms online, however you feel comfortable. You're looking for continuous growth. Keep learning and adapting to new network strategies. And we're back to duplication. This is where the power of team building happens. You're building your business, you're building a team, you're building a community. So you need to listen, you need to learn, and you need to apply. Because without the application at the end, your business will not thrive and will not grow. So for many, many years, one of the mistakes that I made in network marketing, I would go on lots of courses. I was looking for the secret of what could give me this 6-figure income. I spent money on training. I spent hours of my time on listening to people, and I made loads and loads of notes. I was writing it down, I was recording it. But what happened when that course finished? When the course finished, I put the book down. I never actually applied anything that I had learned. It was only later on when I realized what I was doing after many years that I decided to go back to my notes and to start to learn. And I learned by a baptism of fire, by going out there and actually doing it. And, you know, I used to get so upset when people said to me, no. I'd be nearly in tears. I'd be like, oh no, why? What's the matter with me? You know, and I had to think, whoa, hang on a minute. It's not about you. At that time, it's about them. So it's absolutely fantastic because the power of networking, what networking can give you, what no other business, that no other job can give you out there. It gives you the ability to build your dream, not somebody else's dream. There is no limits on the amount that you can earn. You can earn as much or as little as you choose. And you start your networking journey, you start small. You're not going to be a six-figure inker in the first month, unless you're exceptional. Of course, you may well be, but most people have to start small. People go to work for 40 years to get a pension after the 40 years, which is so small they can hardly live on. And this is breaking news for a lot of young people watching this video today. You probably won't even have that state pension. You will have to find a way and provision to fund yourself in your retirement. So networking gives you the possibility within 3 to 5 years of being completely financially independent, living the life that you want to live. But you have to put the time, the effort, the consistency, the persistency. You have to work on various areas of your life. And when you've done all that, you can give back, because some of your family members, some of your friends may not want to do what you're doing, but you want to help them. That's why you told them in the first place. But you're able then, because you took the first step, you're able to give back. So never, ever, ever give up. Never. Never give up. And this is another great tip that I recently discovered. And it was the circle of successful networking, because I've been looking for this secret for many, many years. And many people are looking, what is the secret? How come they can do that? Why can I not do that? Why? You can do it, and it's easy. So the circle of successful networking is the circle of life. It's the contacting that one person. It's finding out what they want, what their goals, what their challenges, what their desires are. And then it's producing that sale and giving them that opportunity. So it may be they want better skin, it may be they want better health, they may want financial improvement. And you can make that sale. And you then get that commitment, you then make the appointment, you then, you know, show them the business, you then go through it in detail. And then when you've done that, because you might not always quite make that sale, you may go to the appointment first, you ask for a referral. Every single person you speak to, whether they do something or not with you, ask for a referral. Who do you know? Now that's going to do one or two things, because if they're already decided that's what they're going to do, but they're not quite sure whether networking's for them, they just want to be a customer, it will make them think, hang on a minute, I'm giving my referrals, my potential to earn, to somebody else. Always ask for the referral. And if they say completely categorically no, Still ask for a referral. Who do you know who wants to make a difference to their lives by being given the opportunity to build a dream in network marketing? And that's it. That's all. That is it. That is the secret. It's about speaking to people. It's about communication. It's about trust. It's about empathy. All the things that we've spoke about. But it's about action. And I asked a trusted friend and business partner for a few words on what networking was to him, because he's become very successful. And I remember him, not that many years ago, 3 years ago, where he wasn't a networker. He'd never ever really done networking in the sense that we're speaking about, by building a business in networking. Okay, he was just starting out on his journey. He couldn't even speak to anybody. He had no confidence. The thoughts of going on a Zoom, standing on stage, presenting, even just telling somebody about what he was doing would bring him out in a cold sweat. He's come on so much, because of the things that we've spoke about in here and I said to him, what is it? What is networking to you? And he said 3 things. Well, he said 4 actually. He said connection. So that's connecting with people, communication, which is speaking to people, and community. Community is crucial. Build a community, tap into a community. If you want your own community to build that. If others have got a community, tap into that one. Everybody will be looked after. And the greatest thing that will ever happen is when you go to a live event and you meet that person, that face that's on the Zoom. And yes, events are fantastic for building businesses, but what's more important is events are fantastic for building community, for people to meet eventually. And 95% of an event, it's about the people. And the last thing he said was sharing resources for the greater good. So otherwise, helping people, sharing information, giving them somewhere to go, giving the ability for them to learn. Because it's for the greater good, it helps everyone. So thank you, John Tuck, for your journey and for sharing that with us on this call. So how do you start? So we've spoke about the things that you can do and what you need to do, but how do you start for yourself? Because it's really important that you start in your head now to realize, to inspire you to take action. So what is your vision? Have clarity. Have a clear and detailed picture of what success looks like. But build it on emotion, because you need to find your why. You'll hear this time and time again on many different trainings. The difference is when you're looking for your why, you may have 10 whys. I want to be rich. What's rich? Rich, for some people, having $10 in the purse or £10 in the purse makes them rich. For others, it's not. Be specific in what it is you want and write it down in that black book. But the most important thing, make sure it's built on emotion. So I'm going to give you my example of my why. And now, after years of my why I do what I do every single day, it still makes me cry, or I feel it. Okay? And what is it? Well, I'm going to share my why. My why is my grandchildren. I want to make sure that my grandchildren have the best opportunities in life. I want to share with them what I do. I want them to be able to have the choices in life. And if it means that by me building up some wealth for them, then that is what I'll do. But I want them to know how to build wealth as well, because that is the true education, the true why. Whether they choose to take that on board, that's up to them. But at least that is my why. And it still to this day sits here with me. I know what I need to do that. And I'm still on my journey to do that. and be purpose driven. Align your personal and professional goals with your core values. Okay. So in other words, what is it you want to do? What is your goals? How am I going to get there? Am I going to get there? Am I going to stand over everybody, or am I going to do it in how I am as a person? Am I going to do it ethically? Am I going to be honest? Am I going to be trustworthy? Am I going to be truthful? All your core values you bring in to how you're going to get to where you need to be, and write it down. Before with thinking, focus on your long-term goals and the future possibilities, because your business building can go from being small to large. That's your choice, your goal. And when we talk about long-term goals, we probably are talking 3, 5, 10 years time. Where do you want to be? Have that inspiration, not only for others, but for yourself as well. Motivate yourself. Motivate yourself every single day towards creating that compelling future for yourselves, for your families, the wealth generation in whatever business you choose to do. And strategic planning, break down the vision into actionable steps, because it's no use saying that's what I want to do. You have to do it step by step. You have to know what you need to do to get to each level that you want to be at. So those are your actionable steps, and write it down, and your milestones. If you've got an event coming up with your company, do you want to be at a certain level? You have to know how you're going to get there. You want to go to the event, but you haven't got the money at the moment. How are you going to get there? And usually it doesn't just happen. You have to work towards your goals. So it is all about work. Let nobody tell you that network marketing is easy, that network marketing is for lazy people. It's not. Network marketing is for people who are prepared to work, and to work hard. So please, please, please take this into account. And adaptability, being open to adjusting your vision as your circumstances change, and things do change, and you have to accept those changes. But more importantly is your mindset, how you think about things. Okay, so have you got that growth mindset? Are you able to embrace challenges? Can you learn from criticism? And can you see the effort as a path of mastery? So in other words, with your growth mindset, you're embracing that path to move forward. Have you got that positive attitude? Do you focus on the possibilities of things, or do you see obstacles as opportunities? Or is your mindset always on the defensive? Because you may have to work on that. And there's lots and lots of things that you can do online to do that yourself, to find and to help. And there's books and everything that I suggest you have a look at. And becoming resilient, because as we said, network marketing is not easy. You have to be resilient. And you will have setbacks along the way. That's just natural. In life, we have setbacks, but as long as we bounce back, that's fine too. And the most important thing, are you open to learning? Are you willing to admit that you don't know everything? Are you willing to acquire new skills and broaden your knowledge? Because we are learning every single day. We learn something new every single day. And we learn from other people. So never ever think you know it all, because things do change, advancements come in, and you never know everything. Are you self-aware? Do you understand your strengths and weaknesses? And are you prepared to work on those? And are you confident? Do you trust in your abilities and make decisions decisively? Know that you are the best version of yourself and that you can keep on this path. So mindset plays a really important part when it comes to becoming a business owner in the network marketing space. And what is achievable? So many things are achievable. In 2024, I traveled to Dubai twice. I travelled to Budapest, to events, London, Dublin, Manchester. I did one-to-one meetings in the hotels. I attended women's networking events. I spoke on stage, but more importantly, not only did I speak on stage, but I empowered other women to stand up on stage and be seen and counted. I created content and courses to empower women, all for free. I learned how to do TikTok. I'd never been on TikTok up till recently. Didn't get it, didn't understand it. A bit like Snapchat. I've not mastered Snapchat yet, but I'm sure I will. I'm giving free content to help others acknowledge and adopt AI technology. I'm starting to use that as well and encourage others to use that. I've created passive income without handing over one penny to a company, person, or bot. And I've inspired others to do what I do for free. In 2025, there are no limits to your success, and you control your own destiny. And I thank you for listening and hope that this short video helps you on your journey.